All right, good morning, traders. Today is January 3rd. It's the first trading day of 2023. The previous videos that I've done indicate that I'm looking for the market to sell off and to drop, go lower. You can visit those videos on YouTube or the DayTradeToWin blog. I'm going to show you today what to expect and what to do, being that I'm believing the market is going to fall, and how we can take advantage of that. Before we begin, remember that trading is risky. Please don't trade with funds you can't afford to lose. There are risks involved with trading. So what I have right here is a 1-minute chart. The market just opened. I'm in New York time, so using a 1-minute chart here at 9:31, this is when the market opens. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure we understand the volatility. So I'm going to add here the ATR, the average true range, so I have a good understanding of how volatile the market is, and it's pretty good. It's moving at 5 points per 1-minute candle. So we have to understand what that means. It means that each candle from high to low can move about 5 points. That's important to understand because if you have a small stop, you can easily get knocked out of the market unnecessarily. So you can't really trade with a couple of ticks or one stop because it just will move against you very fast and very strong. Okay, so what am I looking for today if I'm thinking the market's going to drop off? Well, there's a couple of tools that I like to use, and one of them is the Atlas line. So I'm going to add here the Atlas line as an indication of whether or not we're above or below the Atlas line to help me understand, should I sell it or should I maybe even buy it? If the market surprises me and it goes higher, then I'll have an opportunity to buy it. So the Atlas line will kick in about half hour or so, and so I'm going to wait for that to appear so we can actually show you, going back to the last trading day on Friday, 12:30, what it looked like. So as the price is below the Atlas line, I am realistically only looking to sell the market every time it pulls back, every time it bounces off the Atlas line like it did here. This is a bounce trade, and the Atlas line will give me some signals to go short. So in reality, what I'm looking for is whether or not price will stay below the Atlas line. And it'll give me a ton of strength and pullback trades. So these P's and the S's are all opportunities to sell, to sell, to sell. So that's what I'm looking for the Atlas line to give me that sell indication. That would be probably number one for me. Number two is we have the at the open method. I have it here on the chart, the at the open method. And the at the open method is basically saying what's the initial push for the day. That's what the at the open method is all about. Market wakes up, everybody pushes it long or short. Can I get in as an opening range breakout method to get me in that same position, long or short? That's the at the open software, and I'm going to look for that as well. Again, it could surprise me. The market could go up and it'll be above the Atlas line. I'll say, well, instead let me buy it because this is what the price and the price action is telling me. But for the most part, I still believe that the first week of January, so right now it's January 3rd, so this entire week, unless something miraculous happens, we're going to see the market start to go lower and lower. So that's the first thing. Second thing. Third thing is going to be whether I can scalp trade the market or not. So again, one of the methods that I like to use is the Trade Scalper. I'll add it on right now for everybody to see. And if I'm going to look to sell, I would rather see an overabundance of scalp signals to go short. So so far as the market opens, we have one short on the Trade Scalper and we have one long on the Trade Scalper. So right now it's really not clear. We have one signal right as the market opens, which is not really predictive. Market opens, it could gyrate a little bit, and then we have a long here. So this was a good trade. For those of you who do have the Trade Scalper and like to trade right as the market opens, this is a long signal. Now, as we continue, usually there's a part of the day which, if you can download this method for free. It's the ABC method that I teach. You can get the software for free. Just download the software and the course by getting a free member account. Visit DayTradeToWin.com and get a free member account. And what you see is many times as the market progresses throughout the day, we have these three sections. And I have a Ninja Trader webinar coming up. I believe it's the 19th, where I'm presenting for Ninja Trader. And I'm going to be teaching the ABC method. And What this really entails is that as the market progresses, so right now we're about half hour, well, 15, 20 minutes into the day, but as the market progresses, so let me just do this here, the market could reach a point and stop moving, making a high for the day, and then it'll start to turn around. Now, that doesn't mean that we won't have a double top. We could, but if the market, let's say the first part of the day looks like this as a range, the second part of the day, which I call the B part of the day, is really significant. Let me just make this a little bit larger if I can. Is really significant because, make this just a little bit larger, like that. Because when we have the market turning around or indicating here in the middle part of the day, the B part of the day, that it's not continuing and breaking higher, but instead it may be reversing, coming all the way down and then creating new lows, breaking the lows of A and so on, not really getting stuck in any type of support and resistance, but running away. This B part of the day is really important because it shows me that either the day is going to be choppy or the day is going to be a trend. So again, you can learn about the method by getting a free member account at DayTradeToWin.com. We include the software for free and the course for free. But just a quick idea of how as the day progresses. You can do this every single day. It could be today, tomorrow, forever, and any market as well, since it's price action. And the idea here is if the market does not continue higher and higher, and instead it's stuck within the range of the A part of the day, it's really significant because it tells me that we are going to see a reversal. We may see the market have a late day rally or late day sell-off. So sell-off is really where I'm at. This would be A. So as the day progresses, so we're in the A part of the day right now, so it looks something like this so far. And as we go further, if this is not broken, doesn't mean we're not heading pushing higher and higher, and it starts to turn around and continues. Once it hits that B, watch out. We're going to see the market fall like a rock. And just be careful, especially if we have high volatility. The ATR here is about 5 and almost 6 points, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good move. So remember, just be careful. And we can see that here the market is already starting to have these large candles. The volatility is increasing because the candles are getting larger. All these things, as a price action trader, you should take into account. I will also be trading the Autopilot trading system. I'll have that, recording it, making sure I can show you guys live what's happening as well, the signals and the profits and the stops that it takes to give you guys an example of what it can do. Again, be careful to the short side. This is where the market wants to go. My name is John Paul. I'll see everyone in the next video. Feel free to reach out, DayTradeToWin.com. Bye-bye now. If you're new to day trading and want to learn more on the benefits of trading the markets, visit DayTradeToWin.com, join the next mentorship class starting later this month, and subscribe to the Day Trade to Win YouTube channel. We focus on price action and work exclusively with new and beginner traders who want to learn more on how to prosper from trading.